Hello ladies and gentlemen, what a pleasure here to stand here before you to deliver my speech. My name is Mera, I stand as the opposition side and I will react to your statement. You mentioned that it isn't fair for someone who done certain victimless crimes to be punished with equally heavy charges like manslaughter and murder, so I agree with your opinion. But however, I want to correct your perspective a little. Victimless crimes charge lighter than any murder. I repeat, victimless crimes charge lighter than any murder. For example, prostitution aren't legal, yes, but the workers are often the victim here. The sex workers are usually the one who led to rehabilitation instead, but the one who provide the services are the one who get charged. Why? Because they often get charged from hiring underage person, the use of drugs, or if there's any violent abuse on the spot. And if the sex workers are proven to get forced to take drugs, violent treatments, and they are often get any physical harm from themselves and mental health, they are most likely to get rehabilitation instead. Same thing as the gambling. Gambling are consensual, it gives addiction, and that's why a jail punishment are also exist. Prison purpose is to also make gamblers reflect on their addiction behavior, since they didn't have any access to internet, money, and other gambling services. Gambling is considered a crime for the people who provide the service, as it could take advantage of people's mental state and disorder to produce money. And in my opinion, there are certain reasons to cure those bad disorder, and that would give them a chance to prepare and reshape them before getting ready and blend amongst the citizens. Their consumption users won't be sentenced to jail no more. They are most likely to enter the rehabilitation which placed inside the prison. So your example isn't valid since the law has been changed, especially in Indonesia. And I agree that drug dealers should get criminalized as they harm society moral. And that's why prostitution and gambling are also put in the prison, as it could also harm society moral value, because if there's a law regarding those victimless crime, then it will make potential criminals think twice, whereas it could minimize the society moral value. And I respect your opinion that addresses regarding government's failure at handling poverty and mental needs, as you've said. Different people have different perspective. Government have a lot of things to handle as well. Decreasing poverty, for the example, are one of the hardest things to handle. And college program has been spread from time to time. Sometimes it's not just about the government. Sometimes it's because of the people and the environment. A tradition that's hard to break, which is why some awful tradition and they are always hanging around family environment are hard to be shoved away. Sometimes it comes from depression because probably their family has a problem. It could also be because a friend of them told them that a drug tastes good, so they alert them instead. It's not always about poverty. Sometimes it could also be about something that government can't even control. We can't even control. Some drug users are also economically stable, which breaks your perspective that it always about mental health and also poverty. I also agree that some victimless perpetrators should have a second chance, but realistically, their reason could easily be changed, which makes certain victimless crime are a lot more harder to charge and decided. Since its reason is subjective, some people deserve more in the prison since they didn't have any desire to be fixed, which is if they are forced to get rehabilitation, they're most likely to ignore those attempts, and rehabilitation cannot really resolve the roots issue again, which again, as you mentioned, for example, poverty. Usually in our country, the use of drugs are often not for escaping horrid situation. From a healthcare and drug specialist article, it was said that the most teens consume drugs because their friends recommend them. Some reasons are because trends. And so again, let me take my point, my statement. All mental care, psychological care, and economical care has been passed to low-income citizens. Your correct solution is actually to inform and spread the information to them instead of only keeping providing without really selling, which makes the attempt useful for them. So I think that's enough from me, and that's a wrap from me. Thank you very much for your attention, and peace.